G'day everyone, my name's James Campkin-Smith.
I'm Kim Hodder.
And I'm Fletch Kelly.
Tonight we'd like to welcome you to the Angus Australia Spring Bull Night. We are ABS Beef Team and we're really excited to present to you some of the best bulls out of the US and throughout Australia.
So sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Our first bull this evening really doesn't need much introduction at all. In fact, we've seen big demand for him over the last 6 months. It is, of course, Dunoon Sunstone S378, the top selling bull from the 2023 Autumn Dunoon sale who sold to Ben Nevis Angus. To me, Sunstone epitomises the ultimate Angus bull. He is just so complete. In terms of that golden triangle of pedigree, red hot performance starter, and phenotype and structure to boot, Sunstone just has it all in spades. And I can't wait to see the contribution he makes to Australian herds over the next 5 years. Phenotypically, Sunstone is a long-bodied, beautifully balanced bull with that immaculate structure that we've come to know and love from the Dunoon Angus program. He is clean-fronted, strong-topped with excellent tailhead placement. He's smooth through the shoulder and displays excellent fleshing and depth down through his flank and into the hams. And this is all wrapped up in a frame score 6.5 package. You can see him here as a youngster. Sunstone is as smooth as a cat and he's as quiet as a Labrador. If that doesn't excite you enough, now take a look at his data. Huge calving ease, low birth, great growth, fantastic docility, adequate milk. Now take a look at his carcass attributes. A whopping 12.7 EMA, positive ribbon rump, good carcass weight, 4.5 for IMF. What more could you really want? Well, structurally, he is superb as well. Not just in the flesh, but also take a look at his structural EBVs. Sunstone will arguably be our headline bull this spring. We've seen huge demand over the last 6 months, and we will for the next 12 months. If you'd like to use Sunstone, please make sure you get your orders in early so we can avoid disappointment.
Kicking off this evening, we've got 3 absolute ripper bulls out of the US. Our sire acquisition team, headed by Ben Lohman, take a skin in the game approach when purchasing bulls, and we're so excited to launch some of these animals here in Australia. To start, we've got Hollow Hallmark. Beautifully balanced and easy on the eye, Hallmark shows muscle and softness and just captures your attention. His pedigree is watertight with the best of Knollcrest Farm, well established on both sides. He is the #1 bull in the shed in ABS Wisconsin for maternal index. A draw card on Hallmark, which we don't speak about enough, is the udder quality stacked on both sides of his pedigree. He will breed longevity in his daughters. Deep-bodied, big testicle bull with early masculinity who's been a standout in his contemporary group on paper and on the hoof. He offers calving ease and rapid early growth. Hallmark's outcross pedigree, data and phenotype makes him an ideal heifer mating option for the spring of 2024, and he epitomises the modern Angus animal. Next up, we've got Woodhill Comstock. What an absolute excitement machine Comstock is. He really climbs to the top and shouts about how good the Angus breed really is. He's just so thick, deep and wide. He's built like an absolute truck. He's got the barrel shape, nice and low to the ground, with a great hind quarter and powerful front. But on top of this, you can throw him over your heifers. He was only a 35 kilo calf. He is elite for calving ease, low birth, top 10% 200 day and 400 day growth. He will grow like a weed, and the cherry on top is his low mature cow weight of only 92. Comstock has huge milk, solid docility and scrotal, and backs it all up with moderate ribbon rump and top 1% eye muscle area with a top 15% intramuscular fat EBV. Personally, I love to see Spring Cove Ranch in a pedigree. They run their cattle hard in saltbush country in Idaho, and Comstock's sire Reno is one of the best bulls they've bred. What an absolute beauty. Comstock is also available in sexed male and sexed female Sexcel product. What a great opportunity to breed your best from your best. Also in Sexcel, we have the opportunity for you to buy sexed male and sexed female in some of the best Angus bulls out of the US. Patriarch, Stella, True North, Comstock.
When it comes to young bulls, it really doesn't get much better than Millah Trigger T308. the $180,000 yearling bull who sold at last year's Millah Angus sale. Shortly after the sale last year, we released this photo and it pretty much broke the internet. And it's not hard to see why. If you look at him here, you'd think, yeah, he's a pretty darn good bull. But to think that he's only 14 months of age in this photo is simply remarkable. The weight for age in this youngster is just superb, and it's been awesome to see how he's developed out over the last 12 months. He displays beautiful bulging soft skin over his loin, along his top line, and he just has so much fill from hip to pin, down through the hams all the way to the hock. He's deep, thick, square and wide from every angle, structurally immaculate, and I can't wait to see his daughters. They are going to be just superb. Take a look at his data. Such a usable set of data for any Angus operation. Good calving ease, low birth with growth, big EMA, and structurally sound. Trigger is the ultimate bull in terms of performance, maternal pedigree, and sheer grunt for any Angus operation.
Yon Family Farms, based in Spring Ridge, USA, believe in raising high quality, functional cattle for practical environments. We are fortunate to bring you Yon Southern Strong H634. Looking over his EPDs, he offers calving ease, low birth weight with maternal traits. He ticks the box for docility, he has hair shedding ability, and has scrotal. With recent inspections from our colleagues in the US, confirming his foot score EPDs with his claw in the top 10%. He is positive for fats, and he is in the top 10% for marbling and ribeye area. His sire, Bub Southern Charm AA31, left his mark both here and in New Zealand, producing thick, strong, maternal, moderate frame progeny. Semen has arrived and is available now to be used.
Next up, we've got Basin Jameson. We took one look at this bull and just knew we had to bring him out to Australia earlier this year. He is the $600,000 record-setting sire and the most unique bull ever produced at Basin Angus. Jameson is a proven sire in the US now, with heifers entering production, and reports from our team is very, very positive. He is long-bodied, strong across the top, deep in the rib, and importantly has correct foot and leg structure. Jameson has absolutely elite growth. He is in the top 1% of the Angus breed for 200-day weight, 400-day weight, and 600-day weight. And paired up with this, he is a plus 4.1 for IMF. And take a look at the structural data on him. What a bull.
And now for a bull that's a little bit different to a lot of the sire lines and a lot of the bloodlines we've seen in recent years in Australia. This is a bull that is setting the USA on fire in terms of his data and phenotype as well. He's a new bull to ABS and his name is Cigar Promotion. There's been a lot of interest from here and across the ditch in New Zealand for us to bring this bull out. On his EPDs, he is red hot. Big calving ease, huge growth, and carcass attributes through the roof. Structurally sound, pretty much every trait and index over there in the US, he excels for. We've had him registered here in Australia too. Promotion's EBVs are really elite too. Calving ease, low birth, adequate growth, moderate mature cow weight, and really handy in the structure and carcass department. Not only does he have red hot data, but phenotypically he's really pleasing as well. He's a long-bodied bull, plenty of muscle, structurally, in terms of the bull's feet and leg setup, he's sound, and he's as quiet as a mouse. We're really looking forward to bringing Promotion to you this spring. He offers breeders something a little bit different in terms of pedigree, with a really nice dado profile. I can't wait to see the young sons getting around in Australia in a year or two's time.
Back on home soil, we are fortunate to have amazing breeders here in Australia. You could be excused if you find yourself dancing in the dark when you take a look over Murdeduke Springsteen S131. With Reality, Krakatoa and Emperor in his pedigree, you just know you're going to get power and phenotype. Springsteen has real presence for a carcass bull. He has muscle with grunt. He's a quality bull with docility, positive fats, EMA over 7 and IMF over 5. He's a low birth weight bull with negative gestation and days to calving, with heifers already calved down with increased IMF. While this gun isn't for hire, you don't have to wait to see him in your dreams. We have semen available now.
Thanks so much for tuning in to the Angus Australia Spring Bull Night.
Thank you very much to Angus Australia for putting on another fantastic show this evening.
And if you need any further information, please give James, Fletch or myself a call.